This is the Infatuasian podcast, where we talk about Asian things we love. This is Curtis, and on today's episode, we are doing a special collaboration with K-Drama My Eyes Out podcast and constructing an all-star lineup of our favorite Korean dramas. Welcome to episode number 12. There is excitement in the air today, that's for sure, because we're doing something we've never done before. We have 4 people here, but we are all in different countries. Well, Jennifer and I are in the same country. But we have 3 different countries represented. That's the first time that's ever happened. And we have people in different time zones. Nadira is already on Sunday. Judy's in the evening, but we're coming from 3 different cities, 3 different countries, and we are doing a collaboration with our friends at K-Drama My Eyes Out. Yay!
Hey! I feel so weird saying yay to my own podcast.
No, you have to. If you can't root for yourself, who can you root for? If you haven't heard our origin story as a podcast, it goes back to K-Drama My Eyes Out, and what happened was I would listen to K-Drama My Eyes Out on the way to work and started writing into them, and then just was listening to them for a while. And then I met someone named Nadira on their Instagram, and we would chat about K-dramas. And then I think it was during one of K-Drama My Eyes Out, they take a little break in the spring or something, and Nadira and I were saying, we should do a podcast one of these days. And so we started that, and so that's kind of our origin story. So it is exciting to have a collaboration today. And so let me introduce the folks that we have with us. Let's start with the closest member. We have all the way from 1 mile away. We have our first, Jennifer, you are our first three-peat host.
I know. It's an honor.
How does it feel?
I deserve a medal at this point. Send them.
How have you handled the fame? Has it been okay?
I know. It is overwhelming. My inboxes are flooding.
I was telling the folks before that we should have little plaques on the wall here at the Infatuasian studio here, where we have a special 5-time club.
Ooh, I think me and Nadira are going to be head to head in that competition.
Well, welcome again. Thank you for coming by. And let's see, all the way up in Ontario, Canada, we have Judy. Welcome,
Yay!
Judy.
Woo!
It's so exciting to have you here. Nadira, just to let you know, Nadira is squealing on the inside because she gets to meet her longtime podcast hero.
Okay, that just sounds so gushy. I'm dying. I'm so embarrassed.
No, well, honestly, you are the biggest celebrity we've ever had on the show. Usually it's like people I know from high school or former students, but I mean, you're a bona fide, legit celebrity, Judy.
Oh my God,
so.
I'm sweating.
I'm a fan of anyone who can ramble and do it eloquently.
We are huge fans. And actually, we have a couple crossover listeners out there. So some people listen to both of our podcasts. So shout out to Amy and Margaret, some people who listen to both of our shows. So welcome, Judy. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And all the way from the land down under, we have our good friend, host number 1 from episode number 1. We have Nadira. Welcome back, Nadira.
Yay.
Hello, good to be back.
It's so fun to talk to someone on the other side of the world. And it's so crazy because you can see Jennifer and I are getting our sweatshirts on. We are getting ready for winter. We're rolling into late autumn. Well, not really late, but mid-autumn. And then there's Nadira getting out her T-shirts and sundresses, getting ready for something.
It's currently 24 degrees.
That's pretty warm. But so it's always fun to talk to someone in the other side of the world. So welcome back, Nadira.
Thank you.
And so what are we doing here? We are talking K-dramas again, but we're going to do it in a kind of fun format. We're going to do it in what's called a fantasy draft, which is kind of a football thing. So what it is a bunch of dudes, usually dudes. Women can do it too. But it's a bunch of people get together and they pick football players from different teams to make a super team called a fantasy team. And then every week you get their stats. So if the quarterback from Pittsburgh throws 5 touchdowns, you get those points. So we're not doing that. But what we're doing is we are picking K-dramas to make the ultimate, well, I don't know if it's the ultimate, to make a 5-drama playlist of our favorite dramas. They may not be the best dramas in the world, but we like them for one reason or another. And so we're going to do that, and we're going to do that 4 rounds and then a bonus round. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But just to get to know each other a little better, I have a little icebreaker, and this will be pretty obvious for us because there's only 4 of us. But for the audience out there, I'm gonna throw out 4 facts, and the audience in your head out there, as you're driving to work, as you're walking around, you get to decide who matches with these facts. All right, are you ready? So one of us, well, pre-pandemic, one of us did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of us has watched the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings over 10 times. One of us was a theater major in college. And one of us has lived in over 4 countries. Mm-hmm. All right, so audience out there, send in your votes. But let's see. Jennifer, you don't know everyone here. So do you have a guess on any of those?
Yeah, I think I got it. Can I say?
You know all 4?
Can I say? I think I am pretty sure I know it just from deduction.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, can I say the answers? Or is that
go ahead.
Okay, so obviously I am the pre-pandemic jiu-jitsu person. I am going to shamefully say I have not done it since the pandemic hit. So I am very rusty.
I mean, if there's any way to catch coronavirus, it would be rolling on a mat with another person in tight suits and stuff.
Yeah, so unfortunately I've just been running. I'm pretty sure the theater major is you.
Ah, yes.
I don't. It's just one of those random facts I remember in the back of my mind. I think you offhandedly mentioned it one time, and then the 4 countries is Nadira, and then therefore by process of deduction, Lord of the Rings has to be Judy. I think I got this.
Yeah, I mean it may be me too. I might have seen it 10 times, but not in the theaters. Judy saw in the theaters.
Oh wow.
All right, so audience, did you get that right? Did you figure that out? Let's walk our way through that. Jennifer, what was it about BJJ that you really enjoyed?
Well, back when I was in college, I had many moments where I was just walking home alone at like 12 or 1 at night, and I was like, wow, I should probably really know how to defend myself in some capacity, so I'm not absolutely pathetic if something does happen. So that was the inspiration.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, because I'm just going to pray and run and hold a water bottle and just whack if someone comes up to me. But
yeah, unfortunately, those are the times we live in. You going to try to, I mean, when you feel safe, are you going to try to bring it back?
I hope so. It was really stress relieving and fun. So it is something I would like to incorporate back.
All right. Don't mess with Jennifer.
Yeah.
And so Judy is our resident Lord of the Rings viewer. Now, you shared this on your podcast that you need to know that I'm a biology teacher, and Jennifer is also a science teacher. You were ditching out on your entry-level bio class to go watch this movie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super proud of it, but I'm kind of proud of it. You know, I had been freed from high school. I'm now in university. Classes are happening. You have stretches of time between class, or you want to skip class altogether, and no one can tell you what to do. So I would go to the theater, and it would be super cheap for students on Tuesdays. And I was never really into fantasy. And then I guess like near the end of my high school experience, I started getting into more sci-fi and fantasy. And then Fellowship came out, and it was beautiful. And I just went back like 13 times into the theaters and spent a significant amount of time and, just energy in that sort of world. And this is even more embarrassing. When I went to see Return of the King in the theaters, and it was opening weekend, Linda and I couldn't find seats together. So Linda had sat like away by herself, and then I found a seat on sort of like the side corner area. So I'm sitting with strangers, and I swear to God, I did the most silent, continuous crying during Return of the King. It was just tears streaming down my face like I'm Arwen or something. And I hope no one saw, but but it was very, I don't know, it was like overwhelming. And and I think Linda saw my face afterwards, and she didn't say anything, but I think she must have known. Yeah,
we should mention that your partner in crime and partner on the podcast is Linda, and I don't think she was a hard person to convince to leave the biology class. She seemed like she was definitely willing.
She took it just for me because she was in English and history, and I was in like the life sciences, whatever. And she took bio with me, and then I took like an English 101 or whatever with her. And that was a mistake. We should not have done that.
Mistakes were made, but you were young. Now, have you known Linda since high school? Is that
since
how
grade
far you guys
9,
go
yeah.
back?
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's really cool. And let me just be clear, too. I'm not shaming you for watching it at 13. I think that's an amazing movie, and I watch the director's cuts with the commentary. I love all that stuff, yeah. So, yeah, that's our fact for Judy. And then, of course, we have Nadira. What countries have you lived in, Nadira?
So those countries were Indonesia, Iraq, Qatar, and now I'm in Australia. Mm-hmm. So I was an embassy brat.
Oh, that makes sense.
So this is during like elementary school.
Yeah, so we were in Iraq between 1992 and 96, which was after the Gulf War. It was still quite, when a war ends, it just doesn't suddenly stop. There was still some bombing. There were some nights where we had to sleep with sneakers on just in case we had to run to the bunker. But for the most part, I thought it was actually quite, it was filled with experience, because otherwise, you wouldn't say, oh, I've lived in Iraq for 4 years. Even as a kid, you'd remember those things. And it was a great place to live in. People are always saying it's a dangerous place, but the locals were absolutely friendly. Once you're invited to their home, you're pretty much their family. But, if you're invited for dinner, just be aware that it probably won't start until 10 p.m. And Qatar was a completely different experience. Qatar took, I think they have the same vision as being United Arab Emirates. So it was a lot more expensive. The locals were a bit different. They had a different approach to foreigners, but it was also still pretty good. So yeah, those are the two special countries that we were placed. My dad was posted at. Indonesia was just where I was, what my heritage is. And Australia is, I met a guy online, got married, and I'm here now.
I love it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that part of it. I thought you just chose Australia, but no.
Oh, no. We met on Facebook, and then he added me in December. We chatted for a bit, and then he decided, well, I think I want to see you. I was like, well, come over. And then he came over in June, and then we're like, what do we want to do? Do we want to stay together? I can't get a job in Australia. He can't get a job in Indonesia. We got married in March the following year. Just see what happens.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been 60. How long have you guys been married?
12 years.
11 years.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, a while. My mom is the opposite of a tiger mom. She was like, if you want to get married young. That way, if you get divorced, you're still hot enough to get another one.
Okay.
Wait, I love your mom. I love
Sage advice. It's
true, though.
And she was married 3 times, so she would know.
All right. Wow, I didn't think this would go in that direction.
Sounds like a K-drama. Your mom should have a K-drama.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, I had a couple questions for Judy too, just because we're talking podcasts, and we could actually have a whole episode on podcasting one of these days, maybe. But why podcasting, Judy? I've heard a little bit about your story.
I guess it was like the summer of 2016, and I had gone out to dinner with Linda and Robert, my husband, and Linda was talking about some K-drama she had seen, and the three of us are talking. And I don't know, there was something so nice about chatting to people that not necessarily just your friends, but people who sort of get what you're into. You know what I mean? There's so many things out right now. And sometimes it's difficult to find people who are just into the things that you're also into and have the knowledge to talk about it in depth and, forever how long. So I don't know, Robert threw out a name, something like, I think he's the one that came up with K-drama My Eyes Out. So then he suggested it, and then we're like, ha ha ha, that would be so funny. And then we started looking into actually how to do it, like what kind of equipment, what kind of audio editing program and stuff like that. So then we got together and then we recorded, and that's it. And slowly we're getting like fancier stuff, like nicer microphones and nicer editing programs, and actually posting stuff on Instagram sometimes, not all the time. So it's just like we don't make any money from it necessarily. That's not really our goal, but it's nice. It's so nice to hear back, like emails from you, Curtis, and you, Nadira, and everybody else who just sort of listens to it and thinks, oh, these people get me. These people understand what I'm into. And I want to let them know about it. That's so nice to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And podcasting is kind of unique, I think, in that you do feel like you know these people. Like when you ride in a car with someone and they're just talking to you, and it's not a two-way conversation. But yeah, they get things that you don't get. And for me, I started watching K-dramas kind of later in life. And I think I wrote this to you. I didn't have anyone I really chatted with. I guess I chatted with Jennifer, but besides Jennifer, I didn't have a lot of people to talk about K-dramas with. And it was just nice to hear someone talking about it, and then I could write in, and we could kind of have a dialogue through email and the podcast itself. And there's something nice about that, and just having people connect and build kind of a community. And you started doing these watch parties a year ago, and especially during the pandemic, it was fun just to get together with people and just be snarky and ridiculous and chat online together. So it's really, I think podcasting is really fun. And you still think I was gonna write in and congratulate you. 5 years, Judy. 5 years.
5 years.
That's pretty cool. That's a marathon, man.
It happened somehow.
I haven't even worked at my job for 5 years. To me, I'm like, wow, that's a huge number.
Yeah, but you get people writing in from Europe and obviously Australia and the States, and it's pretty cool, and we have analytics here too, so we can see who's listening. And it's crazy to think, like, there's someone in Singapore listening to us, or there's someone in Bangladesh downloading an episode, and that's kind of a trip. And yeah, like you said, it's not like YouTube where you get money for clicks or anything like that. It's just for the love of it. And so far it's been pretty fun. So we'll see if I last as long as you guys. But yeah, if you haven't, audience out there, if you haven't listened to K-Drama My Eyes Out, you can find it on Spotify and Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. But give them a listen, especially if you like K-dramas. So, all right, let's get into this. So we're going to do the K-drama draft, as it were. That's what it's called when you pick things in order like this, I guess. So we're just going to do it, and the only rules we really have are dramas later than 2015. Again, I'm not going to look at the dates. If you picked one from 2014, I'm not going to penalize you or anything. But hopefully something fairly recent. And if you pick something, no one else can pick that. So that drama is dead. Jennifer just found that out like 10 minutes ago. So if someone picks the drama that you had in mind, no, you cannot pick that again. I think we're saying if you pick one, you get them all. So if you pick Arthdal Chronicles 2, you get all the Arthdal Chronicles like that. So you can go for value picks like that. You can rack up and build a lineup. There will be, we're going to have I'll post a little poll later. So audience out there on Instagram, you can vote for whose drama list you most vibe with. I threw out a little friendly wager. Whoever wins will get something mailed from San Francisco to them. So big prize on the line here, folks. So Nadira has been planning this for months. She's been doing her research. She's been binge watching things that are rated highly just to see if she can get votes. So we'll put that poll up later. All for fun. We're not trying to embarrass anyone here, but yeah, let's see how this goes. So it's a snaking order. So what that means is I did a random wheel. You can see that on Instagram. And Nadira came out with the first pick, and I came out with the last pick for the first round. But then the second round, it reverses. So then I will get the first pick in the second round, just to make it kind of fair. And so that's about it for the rules. So we will start off with... Oh, and I'll throw in some trivia questions along the way just to keep things just for fun. I don't know. We'll have maybe secondary prizes for those.
Question. Does Jennifer also get the same prizes from San Francisco when she's from San Francisco?
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, what are you going to... Kurt, are you just going to drive over to my house and just throw it into my door if I win?
Yep. Basically. Okay. All right. So how about this? Whoever quote unquote is the winner on our Instagram poll gets something from each of us.
Ooh, I like that actually. Should
fair?
It be based on our location? So we have to find a gift that is location based. I like that. Would be cool.
Yeah, and nothing fancy. Something under $3.
The mailing is gonna cost more than $3. Okay.
Well, the budget of this podcast is very low, very low. So, we'll leave it at that. Whoever wins, even if it's just a postcard, that's fine. It could just be a postcard. Whatever you want. You will get 3 things in the mail.
All right. I'm looking forward to it, guys.
Oh, looking forward to winning or sending up?
Oh, actually, I hope I win. I don't want to spend postage to Australia.
Yeah, see, now.
That's what we're all trying to avoid shipping to Australia.
So, I hope, Nadira, I love you, but I hope your tier list is not that great.
So yeah, Nadira's been thinking about how to get votes. She goes, I don't even like this drama, but I want to get people on the to vote for me. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, I don't know, Curtis. After I made my list, I'm like, I feel like at some point I need to follow my heart.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm going to go with my heart. We'll see. And feel free. Well, you're all nice people, but feel free to rip on me as much as you want. I can take it. I work with teenagers. They call me ugly and fat and boring all the time.
No.
So, go ahead. No, pick on me as much as you like. I will not take it personally, though. You may never make the 5-time club at the Infatuasian podcast. But all right. So with the first pick of the 2021. Fantasy K-drama pick, we have Nadira. Nadira, what is your pick?
It was very difficult. This is where I was like, do I follow my heart or do I follow popularity? And in the end, I think my heart won, and that is Goblin.
Okay. The first round is going to be like this. Okay, all right. Why'd you pick Goblin?
Well, the thing is, I think it's what reeled me back into K-drama and trying to, seek that pitter-patter again.
Yeah.
Because everything was done well. As much as there were some tropes, I don't think it was overplayed. And the first episode, which is what I find quite uncommon in K-dramas, is they had a thesis statement, which is, he was a general, he committed so many sins, but he's a good person. He has a second chance. This is what he needs to do. As opposed to other K-dramas where a lot of times you have to watch 4 episodes to figure it out. So in that sense, I think Goblin ticked a lot of boxes in terms of how they wrote it, how it was executed, and the pitter-patters. And Gongyu doesn't hurt.
Yeah. This is a classic, I think. 2016. I don't know anyone who doesn't like it. Judy, you like this one as well, right?
Oh, yes. It was our second drama that we covered on the K-Drama My Eyes Out podcast, and we were swept away for the most part by the pitter-patter, but mainly because Gongyu and Lee Dong-wook, their chemistry, their bromance is the best thing.
So fun, yeah.
So good. And yeah, it's a bit weird near the end, but let's not think about the weirdness at the end. It's got Gongyu and his voice and Lee Dong-wook and his face. I don't know what you want.
And Kim Go-eun, right?
Yes, Kim Go-eun.
So good. Yeah. And that was one of her first dramas, I think, right? Like early on in her career. Mm-hmm. And the soundtrack is amazing.
I love the soundtrack, yeah.
And I think this is something that both men and women can watch together. Like my wife and I watch this together. It's got a little bit of the adventure slash. There's a real plot. It's not just a rom-com. There's a real plot, and it's pretty intense and just super fun. Super fun. All right, Nadira. I think we all had that on our list, somewhere on our list. Good pick. I salute you on that pick. That was a good one. So we all have to cross that off of our list now, which is fine. That's how it works. Okay, so with the second pick, I think we are going to Jennifer.
Yeah, so I feel cheated by Nadira because she made it seem as if her heart was a super unpopular drama. So I'm going to pull that same stunt. Okay, so I'm going to also say I also followed my heart on this one. Okay. My first drama pick was actually Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. So that's the one most recent. It's on Netflix right now.
Wow.
And I feel like this is the first drama in about 6 months. I feel like I've been on a K-drama dry spell, but this is the first drama that I've really been watching every single week. And it's just like a classic romance that just ticks all the boxes for me. Like the OTP is so cute, very shippable. It has a really good ensemble cast, and it just makes you feel good when you watch it, right? So normally I'm more into like the kind of procedurals or the mystery and thrillers, but I found myself coming back to like romance due to Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. So if you want a feel good, highly recommend. And the two leads are very cute, good eye candy.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
No, their faces, they just like Shin Mina's face is just so like goddess like.
She has aged so well. I think she's almost. How old is she? Like mid 30s
like 40.
to late 40s? Yeah, exactly.
Mid to late 30s.
I hope I look like that when I'm 40. That's aging goals. Yeah.
Find out whatever elixir she's taken. Yeah,
for sure.
Now, Judy, you just watched a little bit of this one, right?
Yes, I'm up to episode 4 now. Mm-hmm. Pitter Patter is, like I mentioned in the last episode of my podcast. I don't want to keep bringing up my podcast. That sounds very.
No, you should. You definitely.
Anyway, it's so sweet. It's so light. It's so nice and easy to watch. There's no, world-ending, soul-crushing despair about it. At least not yet. So far, I've watched.
Don't say that yet.
Okay.
So fair warning. The second half does get a little more serious, but it still keeps to its core. It still keeps to its core elements.
Oh, well, apparently something is coming. All the town people are so fun and like easy to follow in their little troubles and stuff like that. It's really good. It's really easy to watch. And lately, I've not been saying that very much about TV and dramas. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm only on episode 2, and Jennifer knows that I like plot. I like kind of something a little more plot heavy. But you know what? I think I will. I think I will watch some more of it because there's not a whole lot out there.
Yeah, I'm on a dry spell right now.
Do you think there's a little recency bias, Jennifer? Like, you think 10 years from now? Yeah.
If I'm being honest, if we were making this podcast in probably like 2026, I don't know if this would have like made the top of my tier list. But I think just recently, because I haven't found any really good dramas, this is the one that really gets my feels.
Yeah, I think about Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha is it actually makes me want to watch it every time it comes out on that day. And I haven't had that feeling in a while. Like I thought that was going to be Hospital Playlist too. But Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, it was actually so easy. You feel good watching it. The town folks aren't overbearing as there were in some of those like small town where they just caricatures of people rather than people. So yeah, I approve of that.
All right. I think you get 3 votes on that one, Jennifer. So good job.
I'm looking forward to my postcards. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh,
wow.
Trash talk. A little early. Too soon. Too soon. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? I take that as a challenge. I like the attitude. So we are 2 picks in, and I think I'm feeling pretty good about my chances here with coming away with something with the 4th pick. But we're going to go over to Judy up in Canada with your pick.
Listen up. I'm starting strong, baby. I'm bringing out Signal 2016. Boom.
Oh,
조진웅,
I knew it.
adorable.
I knew it as well.
김혜수.
That's why I didn't put it to my list, because I knew someone would pick it. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, not a total shocker, Judy.
No one was thinking it. How could you not think it?
Yeah. All right. So what is it besides? Okay, we know you have a definite crush on the lead, but besides that, what do you love about this drama?
It's so. I say this a lot, but like, Korean police system is not really the best. There's a lot of corruption, and I feel like it did a really good job in mixing in a lot of that sort of corruption procedural story with the drama between the people, and then on top of it, like not time travel, but like communicating across time, that sort of weird fantastical element. And it did it so well, and the acting is so great. I'm not even going to mention Lee Jae-hoon, but no, other than him, the acting is so great. And Jo Jin-wook's face, I can't say anything else.
No, my wife and I we've watched this twice already, I think. And she doesn't even like police stories or any kind of serial killer kind of stuff. She doesn't like that stuff, but she fell in love with just the relationships that they had and built as a team in the present, well, in 2016, in the present as well as the past. And it's just a really neat drama. And I love procedurals. I love it when they have a self-contained kind of story for each episode, but then they have this overarching mystery that we're solving. It definitely, I think this would have been my number one. If I had the number one pick, I would have picked this one. Jennifer, I think you recommended this to me.
I did. I know I have great taste. And, I actually thought Lee Jae-hoon's acting was not terrible in it. Maybe I'm unpopular opinion. I actually do like Lee Jae-hoon.
Fine.
Yeah.
In Signal, Lee Jae-hoon was okay.
To give him credit, I think he's gotten a lot
Okay.
better. I've watched his more recent ones, and especially Move to Heaven. I think he's pretty
I have
good.
not seen any of the recent ones based on his performance in Signal.
Nadira, are you on the Signal bandwagon
I actually
too?
knew. I made a list of what I think Judy would guess, and Signal is number one.
No, unpredictable.
Well, we have the advantage because we have 5 years of hearing your opinions on things.
But no, Signal is a good drama. I think it's one of those that has one of those cult followings. When it's good, people really like it, and it's also it does character and plot balancing very well.
All right, strong picks. Yeah, no, I don't think you can argue with any of these picks so far. So I'm going to come in with one that is equally predictable, I think, for people who know me. Nadira's already winking. She knows. I'm going to go with My Mister with IU.
Yep, that's on your list for me.
Yeah, I just love this drama. It's not a feel-good drama, for the first 13 episodes, but it's so well done. I think it builds a mood, and that mood is depression, or that mood is darkness. It builds it so well. It does lighten up, not lighten up, but it does kind of get more endearing and more heartwarming as it goes on. One thing it does, I was just thinking about this today when I was going to share about this, and one thing I liked about it is they introduce characters as they go, like the barkeeper, the owner of the bar that's their childhood friend. She comes in kind of later. The actress, the washed up actress, she comes on a little later, and they kind of roll in some new characters as it goes along, which I really like. And Jennifer said in our other episode that the soundtrack is really good, as well as just the acting is super solid. And it's just, I don't know. I think maybe it's because I'm a 50-year-old man myself, so I can relate to these guys in this stage of life where their backs are against the wall and they don't necessarily have a lot of options to them, and and just how that would be in Korea. I think the society there just does, in America too, that we just don't cherish people in their mid-age. A lot of times it's about who's the youngest, and kind of freshest out of college or freshest ideas or go-getters, we don't really cherish the 45 to 55-year-old folks in the workforce out there. So there's a little bit of that. And then I thought IU was amazing. I thought she really did a good job of acting pitiful, but she had some strength too. She had a lot of strength in her and some resolve, which I really liked. Jennifer, you like this drama too, so we've heard your opinion. How about Nadira finished it, kind of begrudgingly finished it. What do you think overall, Nadira?
I was so miserable at the end.
Oh,
So miserable. Like, I understand why it's good, but watching it in the middle of a pandemic and a lockdown is very depressing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend it in these times.
But yeah, I knew IU had it in her, but I don't think before My Mister she had that role where she could really express her talent in acting.
Judy, how far did you get in? You got 2 episodes in? Or?
I think I got 1 episode in. I couldn't do it. I also started in the pandemic and I said, I'm not in the right headspace.
Yeah.
I can't handle this. So I still haven't
Yeah.
gone back. But,
Yeah.
One day when things are better and I'm in a better place, maybe I could handle it. I don't know. Yeah.
Jennifer, what do you like about it?
Maybe because I was in maybe like a sad headspace at the time, I felt like the drama, I could relate to the drama. It's like, I don't know, but I'm also the type of person when I'm sad, I'll listen to sad songs and I'll be like, okay, I'll just allow myself to be sad and mellow and depressed. And I don't know, it worked for me during that time. But I will say that My Mister is definitely not for everyone. So I don't know, Curtis, not looking so good.
Wow. Bringing it right back to the competition.
Yeah, no, Jennifer has no chill. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is definitely not for everyone. I've recommended it to, almost anyone who wants to talk about dramas. I'll recommend it to them, and it's got a return rate of less than 50% probably on people who came back and said, "Oh, that was great. I loved it." Other people are like, "Yeah, why'd you recommend that? It can ruin my mood." I'll throw it out there with my first pick, but so the way this works is I also get the 5th pick. So, I think because of that, I felt confident doing it here. I could have waited, I think, because I don't know if anyone else would have picked it, but I wanted to throw it out there. But so that first round is over. So we have Nadira's pick of Goblin. We have Jennifer's pick of Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Judy picked Signal, and I picked My Mister. I think, well, you guys are kind of throwing shade on my pick, but I feel like it's a pretty strong lineup. If that was a programming lineup, that'd be pretty good. But let's take a little break here. We're gonna do a little side, we call it little banchan. We're gonna do a little side dish here of Korean drama trivia. All right, are you ready? So, if you know the answer, we'll do this kind of variety show style. If you know the answer, you say your name, and then that acknowledges you as being the first. And then you say your answer. All right, you ready? Name a drama that has only 1 word in its title.
Judy, Signal.
No!
Oh, I heard Judy Signal.
Yes!
Judy wins a point. Point for Judy. What else? What did you say? You said Signal, Nadira?
No, that was Judy that said Signal.
Oh, someone else said, I thought I heard someone else say something.
I can't even come up with it right now.
Yeah, I know. The pressure's on. Can you think of one?
Goblin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Goblin. Okay, that's the one you said. So I
No,
heard that
but
one.
Goblin's full name is not actually just. So I don't think that counts because
Yeah,
Signal is literally saying.
Oh, wow. Jennifer comes gun blazing.
Vagabond.
Okay.
Okay, Vagabond, yeah. You could have gone extracurricular. You could have gone Hyena, Mother, Navalera, Vincenzo. No one thought of Vincenzo.
So many Netflix titles I realize are just usually 1 or 2 words.
Sisyphus. Pinocchio. We could have gone with a Pinocchio. All right, so point for Judy on that one. All right, this one I think should be pretty easy. As of April 22nd, 2021, number 1 drama of all time, radar viewing, network drama.
Nadira, is it World of the Married?
World of the Married, JTBC, yeah. Number 2 is Sky Castle.
Sky Castle. I was literally going to guess Sky Castle.
I knew that because, World of the Married was so popular in Indonesia that the second actress got bullied online by Indonesian watchers.
Wow.
Because she was so good and it made
She's
headlines.
so despicable.
Wow.
Wow.
She was that good.
It was too real.
Yeah, is that on Viki? Can you watch that on Viki?
Not here.
I don't think so. Yeah. Sky Castle second, third. Anybody? Recent.
2021 or 2020?
2020, I think, or late 19.
Crash Landing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crashing on You.
Yes.
Goblin is 4, and Reply 1988 is 5. Yeah. All right, last question for this round. This is multiple choice, so let me finish all the choices. Who is the tallest of these three gentlemen? Gong Yu, Huin Bin, or Lee Min Ho?
Judy.
Lee.
Oh, I heard Judy.
Yes.
Who's your guess, Judy?
Damn it! Now I don't want to. I'm gonna say Gong Yu.
No.
Ah.
Nadira was second. Nadira?
Lee Min Ho.
Lee Min Ho, 6'2". 6'2". I don't know what that is in metric, but he is, Gong Yu is 6 and Huin Bin is 6'1". According to my sources. I've never seen these. They're all tall, but
Oh, were you talking about Hyun Bin?
yeah, Huin Bin. Oh, did I say it wrong?
I literally I paused. The reason I didn't say anything is I couldn't figure out who the last one was. I was like, who?
Oh, yeah, my Korean's not so good.
I was like, huh?
All right, last one. So that was a point for Nadira. And so you have 2 points, Nadira?
Yeah, she does.
All right, 2 points for Nadira. All right, last one for this round. Who's taller of these actresses? All right, ready? I'll go with her English name. Gianna Jun or Jun Jian. Yuna Im Yuna. Or Suzy Bae.
Jun Ji-hyun.
You gotta say your name, Jennifer.
Oh,
All right, so Nadira chimed in first. And who are you going with?
Jana Jun.
Yeah, she is 5'8". She is 5'8".
Can I change my name to Jun Ji-hyun on Zoom and then take that?
Did you know that? You did know that. Oh man, Nadira, a commanding 3-1 lead.
As a very short person, I'm very aware of people's height.
I like looking it up too. I kind of like to think about how some of them are so long, and you're like, they must be 6 foot tall. Like Susie looks really tall. She's 5'6". I mean, that's tall, but it's just because both Yuna and Susie are so slim.
I say I'm 5 foot, but I
tall.
lie. I'm like 4'11".
Yeah, my mom is 4'11" and like a half, and she always says the half. All right, well, good job, Nadira. Good job, Judy. Jennifer, you were there. I think you had the answers. You got to work on your chime-in game. Your chime-in game is not strong.
I know.
All right, so we are back to me with the fifth pick. So I'm gonna go fifth. Judy is 6, right? Is that how it's going?
Yes.
And then Jennifer, and then Nadira. Okay, so it's kind of hard. Nadira's order is kind of tricky because she has to think that she's not going to pick again until the 8th pick. So it's kind of tricky. All right, I don't know. This one. All right, we said we're going to go with our heart, right? Well, that's what I'm going to do. All right, with the 5th pick, my second pick, I'm going to go with... No, actually, I honestly don't know how you guys feel about this pick. I'm going to go with Mr. Sunshine.
Okay.
I know. I don't think I've talked about this with either of you or any of you. Not the best drama in the whole entire world, but I liked it. There's some like that's what I'm going with. You know, like do you look forward to clicking on the next episode, or do you look forward to finding out what happens? I didn't love the ending. I think most people didn't love the ending, but I liked the period that it was set in. It's an interesting period. It's kind of in between ancient times and modern times in South Korea, or in Korea at the time. Acting is super strong. I thought the look of, whenever Netflix throws money at a show, they throw money at the show. So it looks amazing. There's a bromance. There's kind of the three guys that form this neat kind of hate, love. There's camaraderie, but also some competitiveness between them. And I thought they were all... that was a fun kind of side story. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Mr. Sunshine? Anybody else out there like Mr. Sunshine?
I liked it. I mean, TVN does the staring long shots.
Oh,
it's always overdone. I mean, I didn't like that bit, but I did look forward to watching it every week because stories do unfold. There is still a plot in there, and I wish they'd put subtitle when they spoke English. That would really help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the writing wise, I think it was quite solid. Like the characters felt like real people. The bromance is always great. The the production value. Although I'm surprised they managed to slip in sponsorship in there with, was it Dalcom Coffee?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
In the 1800s. Judy, you sound like you have an opinion about this drama.
Oh, I liked it overall. Like, like everybody, the ending was not great. But when it first started, I was really hooked into it and it looked beautiful. I needed less staring, like Nadira said. Less staring, more sort of the spycraft, like, oh, we gotta outwit the Japanese and, work together, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What did you think about the romance?
I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Didn't really. I liked Kim Tae-ri. I liked Lee Byung-hun. I liked the other two men. And I liked their overall chemistry. I didn't really need there to be a romance. Like, I didn't understand how Lee Byung-hun and Kim Tae-ri all of a sudden become so enamored, with each other.
Yeah.
Based on, hey, I saw you jump from roof to roof at freaking night with a sniper rifle. Sure, that's something to believe in. But like, if you look at the Lee Byung-hun, Yoo Yeon-seok, and what's his name, Byun Yo-han, their chemistry and they're all working together to protect Kim Tae-ri, as cheesy as that is, it worked for me.
It was fun. Yeah, I agree.
The worst parts are the English-speaking parts. Staring and English-speaking shouldn't be allowed. But overall, good pick. Good pick, Curtis.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I could have waited on this pick as well, but I just wanted to get in there. There is some strategy to this draft, right? Because I'm not going to pick again for another 8 picks, but I feel like my later ones, no one's going to fight me on those either. Jennifer, you ever watched Mr. Sunshine?
I watched the first 4 episodes and I found it very slow and I just never found my way back to it, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So I don't have much an opinion. It was like a fleeting memory to me. I just remember I was thinking, wow, the budget production value for this is really high. Mm-hmm. But I think since I'm not like Korean or anything, it didn't have like that historical significance for me. So... And then I couldn't get past the slow plot progression, so I just dropped it.
That's the thing about dramas. Like some people were raving about Vincenzo to me, and it's all right. But it's like sometimes people rave about things, and you're just like, I just don't see it. But that happens all the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Judy with the 6th pick, your second pick.
So apparently everyone's going with their hearts or something. So my heart tells me Reply 1988.
Yeah.
Yes.
Darn. I'm so sad. No.
Wow.
That was actually on my list for Judy.
Yeah.
I know. I actually thought I could get away with it. I
knew someone was going to pick that.
I could sweep the whole Reply series.
Yeah. What do you love about this one, Judy?
It's so nostalgic to me for a period where I was alive, but I wasn't really like...
You're not a high schooler in Korea.
Yeah, I'm not a high schooler in Korea. I was more sort of Jinju's age, that little girl's age. So, I don't know. There's just something so homey about that whole neighborhood setting. And maybe not everyone gets along all the time, but they're just so understanding of each other and its life. And just the idea of like living in a neighborhood with like my 4 best friends. That's like the dream, man. That's my retirement plan. I'm gonna retire to a freaking like cul-de-sac with like 4 best friends and live like that. That's my dream. And Park Bo-gum's in it, and he's just like the most adorable thing.
It was sweet.
So yes.
So so I think we're giving you all 3, 94 and 97. What would be your second out of those 3? Which would be your second?
Oh.
You
They're
don't
definitely
like
not
Lara.
as popular, right? Yeah.
But still, I think... shoot. I relate more with... Yeah, I relate more with 94. Because then that's when I was a teenager. And I'm like, ooh, it's... Wait, no, 90... Where was I? 97 is the first one, right? With Chung Eun-ji and Seo In-guk, I think. So yes, I got to go with 97.
Uh-huh.
And then 94 is the one with Kawada. And I don't have anything like super against Kawada, but just the fact that she picked that idiot doctor over the hot baseball player played by Yu Yeon-seok, get out of here. So that kind of ruined it for me.
I actually, they called him trash, right? During the drama.
The Dr. Trash, yeah. He's trash.
Suregi, yeah. I don't know. I could kind of understand I felt like because he was there in her life from the start. Mm-hmm. So I think from them, it was like they were childhood friends and they really knew each other so well. So like the baseball player was sweet and would sweep her off her feet. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it was the doctor who really knew her and would understand her. So I did understand that choice. And I found 94 the most frustrating because I liked them both. I think the shipping wars were like really crazy for 94.
I'm in Judy's corner for this one because that's the first time I had serious second lead syndrome. Was because it's as much as I knew they were trying to sell it with Dr. Trash, it felt quite like balance for a second lead. I really felt like he had the equal chance, and I think that's where the second lead syndrome came from.
Yeah, I think that was the one that people cite as a severe case of second lead syndrome. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So those are all three off the board now. Good job stealing that one. Gee, did you think you'd get that one in the sixth pick, or did you think
I honestly didn't? I thought someone was going to pick that in the first pick, but hey.
No, but I think so far, Judy, your lineup: Signal and Reply 1988.
It's looking pretty strong.
That's pretty strong.
You know how I said I was super nervous? I don't know. We'll see.
You baited us into it. Yeah, you lulled us into thinking you weren't prepared. Okay. Well done. Well done. All right. With the seventh pick, we have Jennifer.
Okay. So I've decided, I feel like my pick is kind of going to be like a niche for like female-centric dramas. We shall see. So my seventh pick is Because This Is My First Life.
Ooh.
It's also on Netflix. It didn't really get like a crazy amount of buzz or like high ratings, but personally I feel like I really resonated with it at the time. I think I was in college at that time, figuring out what I want to do with my life. And then I think at that time it just watching like the heroine like be at rock bottom and then like be out of a job, out of a house, and then find someone he wasn't like a perfect Prince Charming, but he was exactly like the type of guy that she needed in her life. And I think that was really good escapism for me, like just watching her with her girlfriends like get through life, right? It's like this is their first life. They're just figuring it out as they go. So I felt like that had a really powerful message to like people in their 20s figuring out their lives, which was totally me at the time. And still is me. It's still me. Yeah.
Well, you still are in your 20s.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he definitely grows on you, right? Like at first you're like, this guy's weird. Like super weird.
I'm like, I was like, in my mind, I was like, what kind of male lead is this? Yeah, but he definitely is very sweet in his own way. And I feel like he's one of the less traditional, like male leads that you would get, right? He's not just like the super rich billionaire or who's gonna sweep you off your feet, who's really mean to you at first and then will love you later. Like he's kind of like a kind of warmer, more subtle love, which I enjoyed too. Yeah, he had real flaws. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Judy, you did this on your show. What was your overall feeling at the end of this?
Oh, at the end. The end was.
Not like necessarily. Just how overall feeling of the show.
We really loved it in the beginning. And for most part, like the whole thing with Lee Min-gi, he doesn't look like a traditional lead, right? Even his face, like he's a good looking guy, but there's a certain like, it's not classically handsome. So that was like a draw. And he's so sort of icy and antisocial, but like you draw him out and that's really nice too. The best thing was the best friendship between the three women.
Yeah,
they're just so natural and so together, and again,
it's so different.
Yeah, it just comes back to the feeling of I just want really good friends that I'm going to live with for at the end of my life. Yeah. It was so sweet, and that whole struggle of like, wow, adulting is just terrible and hard.
Yeah.
It was nice that it wasn't just like glossed over. Oh, look, we all have it figured out. I'm a fashion designer and you're a book editor, or, there's struggle, and that's really good.
Yeah, it's you're not going to walk into a super high paying job right out of college, It's like, no, I adored this drama. I really liked it. It's definitely on my list. I don't know where I had it on my list, but I really like this drama. My wife and I watched it together. And I like the idea of, the backwards romance where you start with marriage and you go back to falling in love. And I like that. It's clever. I thought it was kind of a clever way of doing something. The ending, there was like, what is she doing? For a minute. But, I think it made sense that, they would kind of start from scratch, and kind of go back. But, good pick. I think this is a neat drama.
It was actually one of my silent picks. Yeah, I liked how you get a lot of very masculine male where they pull you and they tell you what to do and they're jealous. And he's one of the first ones that I encountered where he says, well, if that is your choice, I respect it. You should do what you want to do. And that is very rare. And also, as much as K-dramas do this virginal, never kissed anyone thing, they made it look believable because she really was trying to work through life with working pretty much 24/7 for the first 10 years of her adult life. So the fact that she doesn't date, I actually believe that, as opposed to, this hot girl who dresses nicely and they say, oh, I've never kissed anyone. Boys don't like me. You're like, I don't normally believe that.
Yeah. I mean, she's beautiful, but she played that character really well, I thought. She
has the girl next door vibes, I feel like, down to too.
Yeah, but she's cute. Yeah. All right. So that is off the board. We are back to Nadira with the 8th pick.
Well, I can't pick Reply 1988, can I?
Oh.
So I think I will go with Hospital Playlist.
No. Why do you guys keep taking it? No.
It happens.
I'm the one who didn't know, so I didn't come with my whole arsenal. You guys can't do this to me.
Oh, man. Talking tough early. Remember like about 20 minutes ago, Jennifer was talking tough.
Don't worry.
I had to pick something from the same producers, because that's what really gets 100%. My feelings. Yeah. So Hospital Playlist, I think they're in a league of their own. They're just redefining the, Korean drama landscape with what they did with the adult friendship, because normally they do the, adolescence like genre with the Reply series. So, I mean, the music is also good. I can't really say much about it unless then it makes me feel good.
I think Judy said this on her show. It's nice to watch grown adults, just grown people interacting, and just living life, and they're super talented. I think you also said, Judy, that it'd be nice if they made a mistake once in a while.
I mean,
they're so perfect.
Yeah, it's a good pick, and it's just too bad that it comes with Hospital Playlist too. But again, some people really liked it.
It was popular. Yeah, Playlist 2 actually still got ratings. I don't know. I didn't love it. Yeah, with that cast.
I found Playlist 2 to have like no stakes involved almost. And the episodes were almost 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Very little stakes involved. Yeah, because that all the patients will mostly likely turn out fine in the end.
Yeah.
Because they never really throw any ooh, are they gonna live or not? That took some of the suspense out in my eyes.
Yeah, and the romances are kind of duds. No one cared. No one
Actually,
cared.
I liked the romance between they call him the bear and then the OBGYN doctor. I did enjoy their romance. Yeah. Because I think the female was just so endearing and so silly and ridiculous. Like, she had such a huge crush, and you're like, wow, she actually got him in the end.
Yeah.
Go her.
She was my favorite character, yeah.
It's a traditional opposite attract couple.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But what do they talk about in their private time, in the quiet moments?
That's what I'm saying. What do they talk about?
You don't know.
Long Winter and what's his face Buddha talk about?
Yeah. None of the couples resonated with me, but I like the character of the OBGYN intern.
Not even the the two best friends who eventually got together. I felt like I could understand what those two would talk about in their off time.
Yeah, no, that's the most believable.
Like they were best friends for basically forever, and it was just mistiming. So I could believe that couple.
Does that ever happen though? Have you ever?
No.
I think that was more about a life partnership coupling than a hot steamy romance coupling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't know, man. To make that switch from best friends to lovers is tricky move. I've never seen it happen successfully, but all right. Round 2 in the books. Solid. Let me get. I gotta get to the list. I don't even. Jennifer, you've been doing it, right? Okay.
Yep. I got it.
All right. Thank you for that. So to recap, actually, Jennifer, why don't you recap because I don't have my list.
Okay, so to recap, so for round 5, Curtis picked Mr. Sunshine, Judy picked Reply 1988, Jennifer picked Because This Is My First Life, and Nadira picked Hospital Playlist.
All right. So feeling good. You guys feeling good so far? We're almost halfway through here.
I think Nadira and Judy's list look pretty strong right now.
Pretty
I think you and I are looking on the weaker end, if I'm being 100% honest.
I'm struggling.
Because they picked 2 that are really popular. Like, each of them have some really popular ones in their arsenal.
I think I'm about to fuck it up.
Oh, man.
This drama.
Well, we'll see. You know what? We'll see. And you're going to make me edit this, Nadira? Wow,
Judy and Nadira both need to follow their hearts more, in my opinion. Okay.
I'm following my heart. Did you not hear me gush about Jojinu's face?
Fine.
All right. Well, we are going to flip back around. We're just going to do 2 more picks, I think, because, we have a hard ending here because Jennifer has a dinner to
my
get to.
goodness.
So we could stay here all night, but we're going to flip back around to, where are we? We're at Nadira
We're at number
8.
9 right now. Nadira number 9.
Nadira, U-turn pick. Now remember, you're not going to pick again until number 16, Nadira. So you gotta choose wisely.
I really wanted to follow up my heart with this one, but I think I have to play it smart again. No,
she's really gonna make us mail to Australia.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow my heart. This drama is a historical. It reminds me some of the 90s mainland Chinese historical dramas. I think that's why I liked it. It didn't do well domestically in South Korea, but it has a cult following internationally. It's another IU drama, and it's Moon Lovers, Scarlet Heart.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, man. Controversial. All right. I like it. I like the pick. All right. What do you love about it?
I think it's listen, Lee Jung-gi doesn't hurt. But also I think it invokes some sort of nostalgia in me watching those historical, and it turns out it is based on a Chinese novel, that story. So I think the reverse harem works as well, the princes and IU, and it was just an easy watch for a historical drama. Normally there's a lot more political intrigue, but it's mainly romance in this one, I think.
And no shortage of shirtless males?
No.
Eye candy. The eye candy is off the charts.
I think they could work out a little bit more.
I think there's a scene where they're all like, they all don't have their shirts off, and it's like 7 men bathing together, and it is epic.
I'm all across the bromance spectrum, the platonic to the romantic.
Yes.
No, but I mean, it's popular. People like it, right? It's Judy, you might have some thoughts on this. Do you have any thoughts?
I only watched 1 episode, so I'm hesitant to say anything. Lee Jung-gi he's intense, and I think he's intense for a lot of this drama from what I hear and what clips I watched. And IU perhaps was not at her best. I remember her character being very annoying, but in that typical sort of rom-com annoying girl kind of way. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why, but I know it was popular.
Yeah.
Jennifer, you liked it, right, Jennifer?
I loved it as well, except the last ending. The ending made me like just want to burn the drama and be like, you need to go rewrite this ending, because I did not commit this many hours for you to give me this ending. That's all I'm gonna say.
The ending didn't follow the Chinese TV series or the novel.
It was ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna. Yeah. So if you're gonna watch it, just just end it at the second to last episode and just write the own ending in your head, whatever ending you would have wanted, because the ending they serve you is not going to do it for anyone.
Oh, I had to YouTube the Chinese ending just to get my closure.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, kind of a spicy pick there, Nadira, but I like it. Go with your heart. I think, at the end of the day, dramas are personal. Your likes and dislikes are yours. So I like that pick. I haven't watched it, but I like your gusto for going for it. We're going to end this episode with Jennifer's 10th pick overall, Jennifer's third pick.
Okay, so I'm going to pick one that it did well domestically, but it didn't get that much buzz abroad, and it is When the Camellia Blooms with Gong Hyo-jin and Kang Han-ol. And it's basically about a single mom who moves to a small town to basically run a bar, and then she falls in love with the police officer there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they even managed to throw in a murder mystery plot in there as well. So it's one of those weird dramas that has like romance, slice of life. It also has like the countryside vibe of Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha integrated with a murder mystery. So I think at the time I was in another drama dry spell, and that was one of those dramas that I kept coming back to week after week because I felt like the character development and just the relationship between all the characters was really strong and endearing. So this one was me following my heart. I don't think it's going to get me very many votes, but I love it anyways.
Yeah, I liked it. I watched it all the way through. It was one of those ones where almost not inexplicably, but I didn't know why, but I was looking forward to each episode, as it went on. Probably just the acting maybe, and the plot was there, but it wasn't like super heavy plot. But yeah, did anyone else like this drama?
I watched one episode and I remember liking it. I enjoy that it had a single mother in a small town and all the sort of Korean bullshit that comes with that. Because it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something that you should hide. So I like that it showed that. And just like they show that divorced couple in Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. And it's just in a normal, like this is a normal couple that had a divorce. They have a kid, but they're super good at co-parenting together. And it was just nice to see. It got that same vibe. I don't know why I didn't continue with the rest of it. I feel like I meant to, and then other things came up. So perhaps I should go back to it.
Yeah.
I would recommend. It's a good watch.
Yeah, no, it is a good watch. I have it on my list a little further down, but definitely entertaining and definitely well done drama. So I like that pick. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to argue with that pick. But that does it for part one of our K-drama draft. I'm feeling a little shaky on my lineup so far, but we got more picks. We got 10 more picks to go. I might redeem myself.
Curtis, your third pick should also have a Mr. in the title. You should just be the Mr.
Oh, is that what I have?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You should just go for all the Misters.
Is there another Mr. Doctor? No, what is there? All right, I'll Google that right now. But so, audience, who do you think out there? Are you following along with our picks? Do you think one person is kind of killing it so far, and the rest of us are far behind? We'll see. You can write to us at infatuasianpodcast@gmail.com. You can always message us at The Infatuasian Podcast on Instagram or Facebook. After episode 12.2, so you got to wait another week, but I'm going to put up an Instagram poll so you can vote on our final lineup and choose who you think you agree with most on our list, and whoever wins will get fabulous prizes from different countries. Looking forward to that. I'm already Googling how much postage to Australia and Canada is right now. But tune in next week for our next 10 picks. We're going to have a bonus round too. But on behalf of Nadira, Judy, and Jennifer, we hope that you are all happy, healthy, and safe out there. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.